r/AskReddit. What do you never duck with? Electricity. Got shocked once by a cable I was not able to see. Ever since that happened I am afraid and very careful handling electric stuff. Kangaroos. The most nerve-wracking thing I have ever done was walking home during a blackout with kangaroos jumping around me in the pitch black night. You almost got jumped, man. Kangaroos. You came to the wrong neighborhood. C. People underestimate the power of huge mass of water. C. People. All I'm doing is trying to have a peaceful Bronze Age civilization on the coast. Fire. God have mercy on those who work in burn wards and those who need to be in a burn ward. I spent too much time screwing around with fire and fireworks and I'm just plain lucky nothing awful happened. My sister works in a burn IQ. More people covering themselves in gasoline and torching themselves than I ever wished to know about. Very, very sad. There's a story I know about a mate of mine. To cut a long story short, he effectively stole about 50 shotgun shells worth of gunpowder in an attempt to make a homemade artillery shell for one of those giant spud guns. He realized the shell was too big and used an angular grinder to cut it down to size. It exploded in his face, lost his right hand, half his left hand, eyesight in one eye and had enough shrapnel in his body to put a Marine to shame. Somehow the ducker survived. And the best part, his parents are fucking loaded so he got all charges against him dropped. Seals. I thought they were super cute until I became a marine mammal medic. Found out they have bacteria in their saliva, blood, and blubber that causes infections and necrosis. The duckers can also twist their heads almost the whole way round and have insane teeth. When we completed the course, we were given a specific form to give to hospitals if we got bitten, because it's rare enough that hospitals don't usually know amputation is almost always necessary. I was taught by a guy who lost fingers to this, ironic as it's literally called seal finger. We were taught that the only way to rescue a seal in trouble is to leap on it from behind, straddle the body and choke the fuck out of it so it doesn't literally bite your crotch and infect it. The only ones we can help? Juveniles. This is because there was an incident when 3 firefighters tried to jump an adult seal in trouble, and it went jaws all over the front guy's arms and thighs. I became a marine mammal medic to help the seals I saw in the area, but now when I see them I just want to stay the ducker whale mayo. When I get the emergency texts I just cross my fingers it's a porpoise and I don't have to put the fingers at risk. People preparing my food. Or the wait staff. Or the formal attired guy who is just having a drink at the bar looking tired while there's a pencil nearby. Wanting to fart if you have diarrhea, that's a death sentence for your confidence and underwear. As somebody who's had diarrhea more days in 2019 than not, I definitely agree with this. Lol. Damn dude, what's going on there? You have a chronic illness? The pancreas. Literally the only thing I heard during my entire surgery rotation. How so? The pancreas is a very delicate internal organ and is filled with digestive enzymes that digest anything they come into contact with. Your body tightly controls their secretion from the pancreas into the intestines. If you accidentally rupture the pancreas during surgery you spill digestive enzymes into the abdominal cavity. Very no bueno. The United States Postal Police. Wanna know what happens when you get the attention of the most bored federal police force in history? No. No you do not. I don't want to know, but my overly active imagination is suggesting that the results have a high chance of being unpleasant. The Postal Inspection Service has a lot of staff for very few crimes, and they take having a low unsolved crime rate very seriously. If you commit a crime that involves the inspection service you're going to be sitting in court facing a prosecutor with a lot of evidence. This whole thread is confusing. Are we talking about United States Park Police or the United States Postal Inspection Police? Just to be on the safe side, don't duck with any post boxes in a national park. If a native of the land you're on holiday in tells you not to go into the forest mountains, don't ducking do it. Seen enough horror movies, man. Also if the locals or especially the lifeguards are telling you not to swim somewhere, or to get out of the water for any reason, do what they say. Feels like we had a lot of drowned tourists this year. Old men in a profession where you usually die young. I've been a practicing paramedic since the 70s. I came home from Vietnam and got the job by putting in every civil service application I could. People always joke I'm bulletproof and can still eat lightning and crap thunder. Truth is I love to do for someone in what can be the worst possible moment in their life. Being useful keeps me going. Trains. Don't play on the tracks. Don't try to race the gate coming down. Don't ever assume that you'll be able to run away safely. Your tiny lizard brain cannot comprehend how quickly that massive metal beast is moving, and it will win, and you will die. That's what my mom has always told me. When she was little, I think someone got dragged by a train near her house. She said that every couple hundred yards there'd be another blue tarp where a body part was ripped off. Warthogs. Never duck with a warthog. They can kill you. PSH not if I have plasma grenades. King Robert Baratheon. Murdered by a pig. Too much wine. Missed my thrust. Title of your sex tape. Blue ringed octopuses. They'll kill you dead. How else would they kill me? Softly. With their song? My dad's thermostat obviously. Chili in a crock pot in a moving vehicle. Have you seen that episode of The Office where Kevin drops the chili? Now imagine that happening all over the passenger seat and surrounding area of your vehicle. Never again. 10 years later and hermetically sealed canned chili doesn't even get a ride in my car. Nope. Chili is a stationary food. No exceptions. Looks like you have PTCD. Post-traumatic chili disorder. Flowing water. 6 inches of water is enough to knock a normal person off their feet. At 7 miles per hour, that 6 inches has the same force per area as the winds of an EF5 tornado. A lot of people really underestimate just how dangerous it is, like this idiot.
Yep, he just made a mistake. There he goes.
What the hell was that guy thinking? That wasn't even the misleading. Yeah, that's just a couple of inches deep. I can totally make it across type of flooding that a lot of people get stuck in. That guy basically saw a river in front of him with a submerged truck inside of it and thought, yeah, I can drive through that. It went like this. I have all-wheel drive. I'm immune to all road conditions. Garage door springs. Fun story. My dad's co-worker was working on his garage door. He had no idea about the spring. So he unlatched it and the second it got loose it snapped back and cut his hand clean off. The house fucking shook. Like actually shook. Edit. Completely destroyed the ceiling and all around cost about $40,000 to fix. Hand included. Wu-Tang Clan. Username checks out. Geese. Duck geese. So which is it? Duck geese or never duck with geese? Both. Duck geese, but from a safe distance and never to their faces. Them bitches be crazy. Someone with cauliflower ears. Seriously though, why do wrestlers keep ducking with each other's ears? Bears, men I have wronged, or the dominant turkey during mating season. The IRS. Never duck with them. Mr. Simpson, this machine can process over 4 tax returns per day. Did you really think you could fool it? No, sir. I'm really sorry, sir. An older boy told me to do it. Oh god no, not prison. They pee in a cup and throw it on ya. I saw it in a movie once. You won't be seeing any prison movies where you're going. Prison. Using gas to get a fire going. The number of people I have taken care of with disfiguring burns because they used gas is way too high. FFS, don't put gas on fire, people. Just don't. My dad always said, kerosene diesel is flammable, gasoline is explosive. Big difference. Crows ravens. Duckers remember shit, man. Edit. I'll remember to carry a bag of seeds with me wherever I go. Nevermore. Methodica. Screech. A lathe. Those things duck people up. I'd have to have an old veteran school me for many hours before I was comfortable firing one of those up by myself. Anything that spins is scary, but I have the least experience with a lathe, I guess. I won't look into a lady's purse. If my GF wants something from her purse, I hand her the purse. Has everything to do with my mom's explosive temper when I was young. I get addicted to things way too easily, so I'll never mess with alcohol or drugs. Hippopotamuses. Bees. I never duck with bees. I've gone my whole life without being stung by a bee or a wasp, and I'd like to keep it that way. You need to get your virginity popped. It's the unknown pain of the sting that gives you anxiety and fear around bees. Once you get stung, you'll realize that it's really not that big a deal. Unless you're allergic, that's a real bitch. A condom. If you're traveling, never fuck with the locals. I've seen people pick fights with one of the locals and 10 of his buddies came out from every shop around them.